There's something unsettling about silence, isn't there, Capricorn? The kind of silence that isn't peace, but pressure. Lately, you've felt it hovering around you, like a shadow behind polite smiles, like the faint hiss of jealousy that no one dares to admit. Your intuition has been whispering, something feels off. And yet, being the rational builder that you are, you've brushed it aside. You told yourself it's just stress, fatigue, overthinking. But it isn't. Because the energy around you has shifted, and deep down, you know it. I've spent decades studying the hidden patterns of Capricorn souls, and if there's one truth I've learned, it's this. When a Capricorn begins to rise, the world around them reacts. Some applaud, and others tremble. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your steadiness exposes their chaos. Your light challenges their excuses. And those who cannot keep up with your growth begin to resent your grace in silence. This is not a story about enemies. It's a revelation about patterns, old karmic ties that slither through bloodlines, workplaces, even friendships, draining what you've built piece by piece. That's what I call the Viper energy. It's not always a person. Sometimes, it's the echo of envy, the generational habit of control, the hidden fear that your strength awakens in others. Tonight, we're going to name it. Not to create conflict, but to bring peace. Not to accuse, but to awaken. Because when Capricorn finally sees the truth, no shadow can survive that gaze. You are about to understand who or what the Viper really is, how it has disguised itself as love, and how the universe is already preparing to expose it in divine timing. But before we walk into that revelation, take a breath with me. Inhale, knowing that you are protected. Exhale, releasing every trace of anxiety that does not belong to you. As we move deeper into this message, you'll realize this isn't about fear. It's about freedom. Because the serpent that once poisoned your peace will soon become the proof of your strength. Stay until the end, my dear Capricorn. Because by the time this message closes, you will not only recognize the Viper, you'll understand why it had to appear and how it secretly helped shape the unshakable version of you that is now emerging. Comment below if this opening already resonates with you. Right, I feel the shift. Because if you do, you've already started the process, the unveiling has begun. Part 1. The Hidden Energy. Now, Capricorn, let's step deeper into this truth. The Viper doesn't always show its fangs. It moves quietly, in whispers, in half-smiles, in subtle doubts disguised as concern. It's not always a single person. Often, it's an energy, jealousy woven into familiar conversations, envy that sits at the dinner table and pretends to care. Capricorn, because you lead with responsibility, you rarely imagine others could resent your discipline. But your light, your calm determination, often reveals the shadows others hide from themselves. That's when the Viper slithers in, not to destroy you immediately, but to distract you slowly. It feeds on your empathy, on your instinct to fix what isn't yours to fix. It whispers, "You're too distant. You're too focused. You've changed." And you start questioning the very qualities that built your peace. Listen carefully, that's how spiritual sabotage begins for a Capricorn. Not through open conflict, but through the erosion of certainty. Someone, somewhere, projects their insecurities onto your success, and before you know it, you're shrinking yourself to make them comfortable. That's the Viper's favorite meal, your humility twisted into guilt. You might have noticed this energy before in family members who treat your achievements like competition, or friends who celebrate you only when you're struggling. When you rise, their words become quieter. When you fall, their sympathy becomes louder. This pattern, my dear one, isn't coincidence. It's energetic resistance, the universe showing you who's aligned and who's anchored in envy. Let me tell you a story. A Capricorn woman I once counseled built her life from nothing. She worked tirelessly, supported her family, and every milestone she reached, she shared with pride. But she began feeling drained after every family gathering, headaches, anxiety, emotional fog. She realized later that one relative, who always said, "I'm so proud of you," was also the one whispering to others, "She thinks she's better than us." This is how the Viper hides, behind politeness, behind shared bloodlines. It doesn't need to bite, its poison spreads through vibration. Now, this isn't a story to make you paranoid. It's a wake-up call to sharpen your discernment. Because Capricorn energy thrives in truth. You are an earth sign, stability is your nature, but also your blind spot. You assume others are as loyal as you are, as honest as you are. But not everyone can handle the mirror your success becomes. The hidden energy of envy is magnetic. It sticks to your aura when you over-explain, overshare, or over-defend your dreams. That's why spiritual discipline is not about isolation, it's about selective access. Not everyone deserves a front-row seat to your evolution. Some people were only meant to applaud from a distance. Capricorn, this is your first test. Don't chase acceptance where your spirit already feels resistance. You can love people deeply without allowing their chaos to spill into your calm. It's not cold, it's wise. And here's what you must remember. The Viper's presence doesn't mean you're cursed, it means you're chosen to master discernment. To see beyond appearances. To understand that not every we includes your destiny. So, when someone questions your glow, smile softly. Because their reaction has just revealed their role in your story. The universe exposes what you refuse to confront. The moment you recognize the energy, it loses power. Take this as your affirmation tonight. I see clearly. I protect my peace. I welcome only what is aligned with my growth. Repeat it whenever you feel that heaviness return. And before we move into the next part, I want to hear from you. Comment below, this message resonates. Because by acknowledging the truth, you cut the first energetic cord of manipulation. Now that you've seen the energy for what it is, let's explore how the universe and your divine guardians have already been protecting you in silence. Part 2, Divine Protection Awakes. Capricorn, you've seen the hidden energy, now let's look at what's been silently guarding you all along. The universe has never left you undefended. Even when you felt alone, even when exhaustion weighed heavy on your bones, there were unseen hands holding the line for you. Divine protection does not always come as thunder. Sometimes, it comes as delay, redirection, or even silence. Remember the times you were excluded from something you thought you wanted? The job that slipped away, the relationship that suddenly went cold, the invitation that never came? Each was a quiet act of protection. Because not everything denied to you was rejection, some were divine interceptions saving you from a snake pit you didn't see. Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn, the great teacher, the architect of karma. Saturn's lessons are never rushed. He builds your blessings brick by brick, ensuring that when they arrive, they are permanent. That's why your path often feels delayed. It's not punishment, it's precision. The universe takes extra time with souls like yours because what you build must outlast storms. And here's something few understand about your sign. Capricorn's guardians are ancient. They are not loud angels with trumpets. They are quiet forces that operate through discipline, structure, and wisdom. In spiritual language, we call them Archangel Michael, Uriel, and Zadkiel, but in human terms, they are your instincts, your discernment, your inner authority. Michael wields the sword of truth, but for you, that sword is your ability to say no without guilt. Uriel's light illuminates deception, yet in your world, it's that sudden moment when you finally see someone's intentions clearly. And Zadkiel, the angel of mercy, works through your power to forgive yourself for ignoring the red flags. So, when you feel a chill before a conversation, a heaviness before an event, don't dismiss it. That is your higher guidance whispering, step back. Divine protection speaks softly but acts fiercely. It doesn't shout, it reroutes. And when you follow those intuitive nudges, you align with a protection older than time itself. A Capricorn I once met told me something profound. He said, every time someone betrays me, I end up with a better life. That's not coincidence, that's calibration. The universe uses betrayal to shift you into your true alignment. Because without those cuts, you would have never outgrown those spaces. So, yes, the Viper might have slithered close, but it was never allowed to strike. Its very presence became the test that awakened your boundaries. You learned when to be silent, when to step away, and when to speak truth without anger. That is divine mastery. You no longer react to the noise, you observe, decide, and move with calm authority. Capricorn, your spirit team is not building walls around you, they're building wisdom within you. Every delay, every no, every ending, it was a form of direction. And the moment you stop asking why me, and start saying thank you for redirecting me, you become untouchable. Now pause for a second and breathe. Feel that strength behind you, not imagined, but real. You've survived storms others couldn't even name. You've rebuilt after disappointments without witnesses. And yet, here you are, stronger, wiser, protected. This is your affirmation for this part. I trust the delays. I am divinely guided. I release fear and welcome divine timing. Say it out loud or write it in the comments if you feel it. Comment, I trust divine protection. Because the moment you declare it, the energy shifts. The universe recognizes your awareness and amplifies your shield. But protection is only the beginning, my dear Capricorn. Justice is already stirring. The same energy that once tried to dim your light is now facing its own reflection. In the next part, we'll witness how the scales of karma quietly begin to balance and why you never needed revenge to begin with. Part 3. The Karmic Return. Capricorn, the universe never forgets. It does not move in haste, but in harmony. Every thought, every intention, every hidden word whispered behind closed doors carries a vibration, and vibration always finds its way home. What the Viper energy once sent your way, envy, manipulation, deceit, is now circling back to its source. Not as punishment, but as balance. Because karma is not revenge. It is mathematics in motion, cosmic accounting at its finest. And for someone like you, who has endured in silence, the numbers are finally settling in your favor. Think back to moments when you were misunderstood, blamed, or quietly betrayed. You wanted to defend yourself, but something inside said, wait. You obeyed that intuition. And now, you'll see why. Those who spoke against you are starting to face the weight of their own words. Their lives are echoing with the very turbulence they wished upon you. But here's the beauty, Capricorn, you won't need to witness their downfall to know justice is served. You'll feel it instead in the lightness of your days, in the sudden removal of obstacles, in the peace that no longer requires explanation. That's how you'll know the cycle has closed. Because when karma finishes its work, you stop needing closure. Let me tell you a story. There was a Capricorn man who spent years building a business from scratch. A trusted partner, someone he called family, began quietly redirecting clients, feeding competition with insider information. The Capricorn discovered it, but instead of confrontation, he chose integrity. He rebuilt in silence, fortified his systems, and waited. 2 years later, the same partner faced public exposure not by Capricorn's hand, but by the same greed that guided his betrayal. Meanwhile, the Capricorn's business tripled in growth. That's how karma moves, slow, precise, poetic. So when you see confusion unfolding around those who wronged you, don't gloat. Observe with calm detachment. The universe is simply showing you what happens when one plays with sacred energy. Your job is not to cheer their fall, it's to rise higher, unbothered, illuminated. Capricorn, Saturn, your ruling planet, governs not just discipline, but justice. He's the gatekeeper of consequence. He doesn't strike swiftly, he documents. He allows the viper to weave its web until it's trapped within its own lies. That's why you, the student of Saturn, must never rush revenge. Your life is the lesson. Your peace is the proof. And right now, the scales are balancing. That delayed payment, that lost opportunity, that withheld recognition, it's all coming back multiplied. Not because you demanded it, but because you earned it through patience. The same universe that tested your endurance is now preparing to reward it. Here's what's next. Doors reopen. Contacts reappear. Resources flow. But this time, you'll manage them with wiser eyes and firmer boundaries. The people who underestimated you will soon realize you were never defeated, you were being refined. This is your karmic graduation, Capricorn. You're moving from proving yourself to embodying yourself. No more explaining your worth. No more apologizing for your power. You are standing in the equilibrium that Saturn always promised, stability born of endurance. Take this as your affirmation tonight. I release all resentment. I trust divine balance. What's mine cannot be taken. And if this part speaks to your spirit, comment below, Justice always finds me. Because the moment you affirm that truth, you align yourself with the rhythm of cosmic law, the same rhythm that is now orchestrating your return to peace, prosperity, and unshakable strength. Now that balance is being restored, something extraordinary begins to stir: a rebirth. For Capricorn, karma is never just about endings, it's about evolution. In the next part, you'll witness how your soul transforms from survivor to sovereign, rising from the ashes of every past limitation. Part 4. The Rebirth and the Gift. Capricorn, when karma closes a door, rebirth opens a gate. And you, patient, enduring, relentless, have just crossed that sacred threshold. You've been through fire, and you did not burn, you transformed. The ashes around you are not destruction, they are the soil of your next empire. You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet surge of energy lately, more focus, more clarity, a hunger to rebuild but differently this time. That's not coincidence. It's the pulse of renewal. Every hardship, every betrayal, every delay has sculpted a new version of you, refined, discerning, unbreakable. Capricorn's rebirth never comes with fireworks. It comes in silence, with long nights of reflection and steady mornings of rebuilding. While others chase instant healing, you master the slow alchemy of becoming. You understand that true strength is not loud, it's consistent. You no longer seek validation, you seek alignment. And that, my dear one, is your greatest gift. The universe is now returning what was withheld, but in a higher form. Where there was rejection, there is now redirection. Where there was loss, there is wisdom. Where there was heartbreak, there is peace. You no longer crave closure from others because you've closed the cycle within yourself. I once spoke to a Capricorn artist who told me, when they stopped supporting me, I stopped doubting myself. That is the essence of your transformation, the power to move forward without applause, to build quietly until success makes the noise for you. And now, success will make the noise. In the physical realm, you'll begin to notice signs of restoration. Finances that once stalled will start flowing again. Projects long delayed will suddenly find traction. New opportunities aligned with your true vibration will appear with ease. It's not luck, it's divine timing catching up with your effort. In love, something deeper awakens. Your heart, once guarded, now beats with discernment, not fear. You've learned the difference between attention and intention. You no longer confuse love with attachment. You seek partnership that mirrors your growth, not your wounds. Someone may enter your orbit who recognizes this energy, calm, grounded, real. And they will love you not for what you provide, but for who you've become. Capricorn, your gift after betrayal is clarity. Your blessing after loss is freedom. You no longer need to prove your worth. Your peace proves it for you. You're discovering that the real luxury in life isn't wealth or recognition, it's inner quiet, the ability to rest in your own truth. And that serenity is something no viper can touch. But here's the secret most people miss. The rebirth is not the end of the story, it's the new foundation. You've outgrown the environments that once defined you. Now, your task is to build differently, not from pain, but from purpose. The universe will test your new boundaries gently. A familiar face may return, an old offer may resurface, but this time, you'll choose from wisdom, not nostalgia. This part of your journey is about integration. You're not the person who endured, you're the person who evolved. And as you carry that wisdom forward, remember, forgiveness is not reopening the door, it's sealing it with light. Capricorn, breathe deeply right now. Feel the weight leaving your shoulders, the clarity settling in your chest. That's what rebirth feels like, peace disguised as power. You no longer chase anything, you attract everything that matches your healed vibration. Your affirmation for this stage is, I have risen. I trust my evolution. I welcome only what nourishes my soul. And if you feel this truth, comment below, reborn. Because when you claim it publicly, you anchor that energy into reality. You've risen, Capricorn, but now it's time to protect what you've rebuilt. In the next part, we'll perform a sacred act of reflection, not a ritual of superstition, but a grounding practice to seal your peace, fortify your focus, and ensure no shadow can enter your sacred space again. Part 5. The Ritual of Renewal. Capricorn, Rebirth is powerful, but it must be sealed. Just as builders secure the foundation before the walls rise, your energy too requires grounding before the next ascent. What you're about to do is not magic, it's mindfulness. A ritual of renewal that turns reflection into protection. You've walked through the shadow, uncovered the viper, and reclaimed your peace. Now, we anchor that victory so no old energy can return. This is your moment to draw a sacred line, not out of fear, but out of mastery. Find a quiet place, somewhere you can breathe without interruption. Take a simple bowl of water, nothing fancy, just clean and still. Water represents clarity, emotion, and flow. Next, add a pinch of salt. Salt purifies, it dissolves the invisible residue of old pain and stagnant emotion. As you stir it gently, say softly, "With this water, I release what no longer serves me. I cleanse my path, my heart, my mind." Now, light a white candle, symbolizing illumination and protection. Watch the flame dance. That flicker is your inner fire, steady, unwavering, alive. As you breathe, imagine the light expanding, surrounding you in calm golden warmth. Feel it wrapping around your aura like armor woven from peace. This is not superstition, it's symbolism, a physical language for spiritual truth. Capricorn, you've always understood the importance of structure. This act is the spiritual architecture of your life. You're building boundaries with intention, anchoring your calm with clarity. Take a few moments to think of everything that once drained you, the doubts, the manipulation, the words that once stung. Visualize them dissolving into the water, neutralized by the salt. Then whisper, "I forgive what I cannot change. I bless what I release. And I reclaim my power." When you're ready, extinguish the candle not with force, but with gratitude. Pour the water into the earth, or down the drain if you prefer, imagining it carrying away all residue of old energy. You are not casting a spell, you are declaring a boundary. This ritual is a statement of self-respect, an embodiment of the Capricorn truth. Peace is something you build, not something you beg for. And from this point on, make a habit of quiet maintenance, a 5-minute reflection each week. Ask yourself, who or what is draining me? What deserves my effort now? Capricorn energy thrives in regularity. Spiritual upkeep is just like financial discipline, it prevents loss and sustains growth. That's your divine practicality at work. You don't need anyone's permission to rest, to protect, or to rebuild. You are both the architect and the temple. And the universe honors those who guard their sacred ground with grace. As you close your eyes tonight, imagine your space glowing in gentle white light, calm, structured, safe. Feel the stillness returning to your breath. That peace you feel, that's the sound of your spirit settling into mastery. Your affirmation for this part: my peace is sacred. My focus is divine. My energy is sealed in light. And if you feel this truth resonating deep within your heart, comment below, "I protect my peace." Because every word you write anchors the intention stronger. You're not just hearing this message, you're living it. Capricorn, you've walked through shadow, stood your ground, and sealed your light. But before we close this message, let's gather the wisdom from your journey, the lesson that will guide every next step you take. Stay with me for the final reflection, because this ending isn't a goodbye. It's the beginning of your mastery. Ending section, the final revelation. Capricorn, you've walked a long road through the dark hallways of envy, betrayal, and rebirth, and you emerged not bitter, but brilliant. That is your signature strength, resilience without resentment. The viper was never just a person, it was a mirror. A reflection of every boundary you hesitated to set, every silence you tolerated, every piece of your peace you traded for approval. Now, you know better. You know that silence is power, boundaries are sacred, and forgiveness is freedom. The universe didn't expose the viper to punish, it revealed it to prepare you. Because when light expands, shadows scatter. When you see truth clearly, deception collapses on its own. You were never meant to stay small for the comfort of others. You were meant to rise, to build, and to teach through your example. This entire journey, the unveiling, the protection, the karmic balance, the rebirth, and the renewal has been Saturn's sacred curriculum. It wasn't chaos, it was craftsmanship. You weren't being tested to break, you were being refined to lead. You now carry something few ever master, discernment with compassion. The wisdom to know when to stay and when to go, when to fight and when to observe, when to speak and when silence says more. Capricorn, your destiny is no longer about survival, it's about sovereignty. You are no longer proving your worth, you're protecting your peace. And from this day forward, your calm becomes your crown. Those who once underestimated your endurance will soon stand in awe of your stability. Because nothing built in integrity can ever be undone by envy. Now take a deep breath, my dear one. Feel how far you've come. The shadows you faced have become the wisdom you carry. The betrayals you endured have become the boundaries that keep you safe. And the silence you learned to honor has become the voice of your power. Let this be your final affirmation tonight. I am light surrounded by structure. I am peace protected by wisdom. I am untouchable in divine truth. If this message resonated with your soul, comment below, I accept the transformation the universe has for me. Because your words anchor your energy and remind you that what was once chaos has become your calling. And if you felt something awaken within you during this journey, don't let it end here. Subscribe to Zodiac Secrets Revealed, where every message is a mirror for your evolution. Turn on the bell, and continue walking this path of wisdom with me. Because the next revelation will help you understand not just who betrayed you, but who you're becoming because of it. Until we meet again, my wise and grounded Capricorn. Walk in light, build with purpose. And never forget, your discipline is sacred, your peace is divine, and your destiny has already begun.